Hey everybody, today I want to predict the remaining games of the World Cup. Let's start with France versus Uruguay. For me, France are favorites in this match, and I can see them winning 2-0. I think Uruguay are going to struggle to score. The best chance they'll get to score are on corners, but how many corners will they get in the match? Because they're going to defend deep, they're going to defend in a compact manner. But if France score an early goal, I think that could spell trouble for Uruguay because they're going to have to come out, and that's just not their game. So for Uruguay, the best chance to keep a game at 0-0 for as long as possible. But without Cavani, they have one less outlet, and they're just, when you play a team that's very compact, has a lot of good strikers, you always got to be careful. But they only have Suarez today, and although he's amazing, not having Cavani is a huge relief for France, and I just think Uruguay is going to struggle to get out of their own half. And although they're great defensively, if France just pile on the pressure for 90 minutes, I just think that it'll be too much for Uruguay. And I actually think that today we can have Giroud making a big impact for France because he and Godin, although Godin's godly in the air, and the main reason why, in my opinion, is because he knows when to jump. Not only does he have a good aerial jump, vertical leap, but he knows how to time his jump. But Giroud could create havoc with Godin, and the fact that you're gonna have to pay so much attention to Giroud means that it could free up a little bit Mbappe and Griezmann, and I think Griezmann as well could have a good game because he knows them from Atletico Madrid, so that could only help him out. He may know one or two weaknesses of Godin, and Jimenez, they don't have many, but maybe he knows something that we don't know. And I think there's just going to be cross after cross after cross in that game, and France are going to end up scoring. And I'm predicting a 2-0 victory for France. Then, on to the next game, Brazil against Belgium. I'm going to surprise a few here, and I'm going to go for a Belgium victory. Everybody's been super impressed by Brazil, and I agree they've played well as a team. But for me, they have one weak link, and that's their right back. Fagner. For me, offensively, great, and I think he can actually, trouble the Belgium defense if he does overlap Willian in this game. But defensively, he commits too much to tackles, and his man can beat him too easily. So if Eden Hazard decides to play on his wing today, and instead of playing a bit more central, if he decides to go a bit more on the left side of a pitch, he could give back Fagner a nightmare today, and I think they're gonna exploit that a lot. And I would not be surprised if Belgium play a lot on the left side of the field, and if they try to cross the ball once they beat him. So I'll be interested to see what actually happens in that game. But I think Belgium's definitely going to score at least 1 or 2 goals. Brazil's probably going to score as well. I think Willian had an amazing game last time. So did Neymar. He built in confidence throughout the tournament. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Maybe like a 3-2 victory for one of the two teams. I'm hoping to see a great game because some of the quarterfinals towards the end were a bit dull. So I'm hoping for a great game. An open game, And I just feel Belgium's going to surprise a few, especially after beating Japan in the last second. They're going to have a lot of momentum. And Brazil, let's be honest, Brazil has not faced a team that's really been very good offensively so far. Serbia, Mitrovic was awful in that game. Switzerland are not known for their strikers. Seferovic is for me, is quite poor. Costa Rica didn't even attack the entire match, and they actually did have 1 or 2 half chances, but they couldn't finish it. So for me, Belgium, they're gonna show Brazil something they haven't seen yet, and that's an attacking team. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. For me, Belgium 3-2 victory. On to the next match, Russia versus Croatia. I've heard a couple of analysts say that Russia were only able to beat Spain because they played so compact, but they won't play this way against other teams. I don't understand that. It worked perfectly for them against Spain. Why change? Why not just keep the same shape, defend, and if you're going to win on penalty kicks, then you win on penalty kicks. But for me, I don't see Russia changing their tactics, and I think Croatia's going to have a hard time breaking Russia down as well. I can definitely see it over extra time in this game, and I would not be surprised if Russia actually beat Croatia in penalties. So that's my prediction. 0-0, and Russia wins on penalties. For the last match, Sweden versus England. For me, Sweden, the tactic they have to employ is they have to defend deep because we've seen England struggle against Tunisia when they defended in the second half, and we've seen England struggle against Colombia when they defended. They really didn't create much the entire match. So for me, it's gonna be a close game. Sweden, for me, on the counter attack, they lack a bit of speed, but you never know what's going to happen. For me, that game is also going to go into extra time, and I think England eventually will win because they're a bit better, and I think Sweden will lack a little bit of concentration, but England could also lack concentration during that game. So I'm going to go for an England victory in extra time, 1-0. Harry Kane, maybe a goal and penalty, and can teams stop fouling English players on free kicks, on corner kicks, because you're just giving them penalty kicks. How rare is it for an English player or just a player in general to actually kick a perfect corner kick right onto his guy's header? The defender should worry more about the ball and defending the set piece rather than tackling the English players. Because last time they tackled Kane, the ball was not even close to Kane. So that really is something that annoys me. Just defend the ball, try to get the ball, mark your man, but don't tackle in the box. It's just giving the other team a chance to score penalties, so don't do that. So yeah, for me, France against Belgium in the semifinal, and Russia against England.